Café.
Friday, 10 o'clock tune in. It's showtime, the EV Café News.
Oh yes, I got my full Donald Trump dancing on this morning. Oh yes. How are you rotten lot? Are you well? Welcome to the news and views with the groundbreaking EV Café. 30 minutes of what's happening in sustainable transport with an expert analysis, let's call it that, from our wonderful team here. We've got Paul. How are you, mate?
Hello. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm a little bit giddy. I've been out walking this morning and beautiful sunrise. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just pre-sunrise. I was up before the sun, you know. There we go.
Goodness gracious. And the quite wonderful Sarah Sloman, who has been the goddess at the centre of the Welsh EV rally. How are you feeling?
It was incredible because it was a rally of firsts. We had fleet vehicles that had never really been tested. We had people who had their first ever fleet vehicle and they brought it with them. We had second-hand vehicles. We had car club vehicles that could only do short distances. It was
Big trucks.
It was really
Big
good.
trucks.
We had a big truck. Yeah, we had a Volvo. It was very exciting. But thank you. But I missed you, John. You know, the double duo on the EV rally.
Saw what you were doing and I thought, she doesn't need me anymore. I'll just...
Oh.
But,
As if.
well done. Lovely to see Wales really embracing electric vehicles. Great stuff. And if anybody out there is looking to embrace electric vehicles, you could do worse than going after Drax electric vehicles, the business, when it comes to EVs. Now then, grab a cuppa and plug into what's been happening in clean transport this week. And coming up, oh yes, drum roll please, we've got a world exclusive national EV week for the United Kingdom. Hold on to yourselves, people. This is going to be huge. And guess what? We're behind it, so it's going to be funner! We've also got a story about Spiri and ZE Ports. They're launching an all-in-one electrification service where you don't have to put up a bean, but you get electric logistics and all the systems and everything don't cost you a bean. Fabulous. A used EV battery health scheme boosts dealer and driver confidence. Thank the Lord. We talk about battery health checks, and there's been a surge in leasing of used electric vehicles. It's all good news here on the EV Cafe. But first, the EV Cafe Commercial Club, where we highlight innovation and new things in our industry. Now, I still prefer
I
the old
still
one.
miss it. I still miss
I think we've got to go back. Anyway, let's crack on with this. A dedicated online hub designed to support the mental health and well-being of all professionals working within the logistics industry has been launched by Logistics UK. Called Thrive, the hub will offer access to a raft of resources covering nutrition, fitness, sleep, workplace well-being and positive lifestyle habits from a range of contributors and external sources. Thrive will also feature dedicated signposting to resources from the campaign against living miserably called Calm, one of the UK's leading mental health charities. And I tell you what, we sign up to that because we remain calm, but we are just off the scale funner. Really important stuff. Well-being is really important. We've already noticed some comments in the comment box today about people's well-being. Want to know how you are, genuinely. No, really, how are you? So let us know in the comments, and let's move on. Aberdeen City Council has given Fastned the go-ahead to build a brand new ultra-rapid charging hub inside one of the city's warehouses. This hub's the first of its kind in the UK and will have 12 ultra-rapid charging bays capable of offering drivers up to 100 miles of range in 5 minutes from 400 kilowatt chargers. A shop, toilets and a seating area inside the building will keep drivers comfortable whilst they charge. Fastned plans to open the site in winter of 2026. Interesting development, because I would sit in my car and pee in a bush But there you go. Hey, that's me. And then finally,
Clip that.
Yeah,
Joe.
okay. And drivers at vehicle movement specialists Engenius are using pedal power to reduce cost and emissions through an e-bike subscription company. Blike, the company's offering its UK-wide network of more than 600 drivers Brompton bikes to help them move efficiently between customer sites when they collect and deliver vehicles. Engenius calculates an annual saving of between £500 and £3,000 per driver based on typical costs for past public transport and taxi usage. That lot, my friends, is the commercial clap, and well done to all of you, especially us. Right, okay, now talking of us, Pablo, strap on here, my friend, because we are starting something big. National EV Week. Yes. We're delighted to announce a partnership with the 19 Group, the owners of the CV Show, Installers Show, and others, many others, to launch National EV Week, the 1st to the 5th of December 2025. And so it's going to be the first week of December every year as an annual national celebration of all things great about EV. Plus, not just that, 10 webinars in 5 days to help businesses considering making the switch to EVs, with subjects like electric vans, salary sacrifice, public and workplace charging, sustainable energy, the business case for EVs, finding and paying for charging, how towns and cities are embracing EV, the net zero business opportunity, decarbonising the whole fleet from cars to trucks, AI and data for smarter energy, transport and more profitable business. Pablo, who's coming?
Who's coming? Oh my gosh! Well, do you know what? We've sort of sent this out. This news was embargoed. We've put out to a few of our key sponsors to have early sight, of course, as we do, because our partners are important to us, and we make sure that they have all the knowledge ahead of time. So. We're already seeing the AA are going to be a part of this wonderful week. That's fantastic. But I think the important thing is that, not that that's not important, that's very important, but we've already got people confirmed that are going to be playing a part. So we've got Stuart Murphy from the Royal Mail, so head of fleet transformation for one of the biggest, if not the biggest fleet in the UK. Paul Hollick, chairman of the AFP, is going to be talking about his expertise of finance, particularly around salary sacrifice. We've got the amazing Sam Clark, who's going to be joining us, of course, we're talking about home and public and truck charging and all that good stuff. Chris Demetriou from Islington Council. Graham Cooper. Now, there is a name that we are so familiar with. We love him, hug him, squeeze him, as JC would say. And he's going to be joining us all the way from the United States of America. Fabulous. Melanie Shufflebotham is going to be joining us, talking about all things charging and how we find stuff. And I mean, we've just got an absolute plethora of people committed to making this ecosystem sing and addressing the challenges that we have in the industry. So listen, it's not all about kind of how wonderful flag waving. It's about real facts, real insight, making a difference across the week. It is going to be fantastic. And there is an opportunity for one lucky partner to be the headline sponsor. So like the Flora London Marathon, it's going to be the EV Café National EV Week. It won't be the EV Café though. It'll be one of you out there. So it's going to be fantastic.
And that's the really important message. This is about bringing our diverse industry, wide as it is and with massive scope, into one place to celebrate EVs and help others to make the transition that we are already on. It's about coming together, all with one voice, as we say, as one. So, if you want to get involved, reach out, let us know. Sarah, this is kind of early doors for you. You've not heard much about this because you've been busy on the rally. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, why haven't we done this before? And well done to the 19 Group for sort of cooking it up, and to you both. Both of you have worked really hard to pull together that.
Just to say, we cooked this up, and the 19. So the digital festival came out of their brain. But it's a collaborative thing. I don't want to get partisan, but I am.
Credit where it's due. Good. I'm glad it was us. You interrupted me complimenting you because you guys have been the brains behind it, filling the schedule with all these amazing names and people. So, you know. But yes, credit where it's due. Fantastic. Can't wait for it. I think do you say first week in November?
First week of December.
December.
Thank God, because I'm not ready for it next week. Okay,
Absolutely brilliant. If you want to get involved, reach out to me, Paul, Sarah, any of the EV Café crew. Let us know that you want to be part of that, because it is going to be an annual event. So this year it's going to be down to whoever to sponsor it.
Inaugural event this year.
Inaugural event. And then every year after that, we've got to keep the hammer down. We heard last week that we're going to hit 2 degrees C of warming as a result of the activities that we're still undertaking. We're not moving fast enough. This is where this came from. Our desire to do something better. And you are going to play a major part in it. Yoo-hoo! Right, okay.
Yoo-hoo! And sorry I'm too loud, everybody out there. We will address said sound issue. I'm not normally louder than JC, let's be honest.
How rude. Right, the shout-outs. First up this morning, Gary Comerford. Don't forget the clocks go back this weekend. I've seen a brilliant TikTok about dyslexic who read that incorrectly and it goes horribly wrong. Anyway, James, the Screenwash King from sunny Kent. Good morning, my friend. Mark Main, you have been an absolute superstar this week. Thank you very much for your wit and humour. Ron Godfrey, working at the car wash. Ooh,
car wash, baby.
Oh, okay. Just getting a quick one. Good for you. Michael Barton. Good to see you from a sunny South London. I really have got to stop having so many coffees. Mark Elliott, sunny in Lichfield. And Teresa Swift, our very own Teresa, who needs smiling faces today. We're hearing you, Flower. If you need anything, just reach out. You know where we are. Hugs always available. Ross Morgan, Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen, my friend. Dev Chakravarti, DEV. He's here. And he's sending Teresa some love. Hope
sending some love.
You. Stuart Humphrey. Hello, Flower. Hope your journey's going well. Good to see you. And hang on. Hold the phones.
Oh, no.
It is him. He's here. Peter Heath. He's got
nice teeth.
He's hoping everyone is well. We're hoping you're well, my friend. Belinda, Automotive. Now then, she's fabulous. Having a little chat with her next week. She's got lots going on in her world. Good to see you here. Good morning all from a sunny Hartley Whitney, darling. Oh,
Hartley Whitney, darling? Is that a place?
Yeah, well, it is now. Isn't he posh? Anthony Cahill. Hi, driver. Bye-bye, driver. Bye-bye.
Yeah. If you don't know, you need to find that out. Otherwise, you think we've lost our minds.
Paul Shearer, Barnfather. Good morning, my friend. Who else we got here? Ian Mayhew. Good to have you in the house. Good morning, everyone. Back in the
lovely Southbourne.
After a dreadful journey from Gatwick earlier this morning. Oh, nasty. Sorry for that. But, you know, hey.
Jamie Fretwell.
Jamie, the length Fretwell, all 7'9" of him. He's here. Good to see you. Mark Smith from a sunny Winchester. Used to be the capital of Wessex and indeed England. There you go. Tracy Kearns from Wales. Sarah, you were with Tracy this week. Isn't she fab?
She is the jewel in the EV Rally crown. She had everyone smiling. She was even handling all her work calls with absolute grace despite her charging challenges in the smaller vehicle. What a legend.
The rest of us are like, no, too busy.
Yeah, bye.
But not Tracy. No, amazing. No. Martin Sweeney, hello everybody. Ash Bannister, old two mugs, he's here. Wayne Dunn, morning all. Sarah, shout out and thank you for your help and support.
My pleasure.
Oh, good stuff. Sebastian Fleischacher, greetings, hola from Barcelona. Rob Dustin from Poole, good on you. Fran Valderas Santos. Now then, ain't that a handle? Good morning.
Spanish.
I think that's new. And Fran, you are most welcome. Hola and buenos dias and all that stuff. Gemma Robinson. Ohai venu from the Highlands. We never say that in Scotland. Funny that. Where did that come from? Anthony Cahill. Craig Stark. He was late. He's a busy gal this morning.
Naughty boy.
Craig, I love that. It's just so good. Ian Martin. Good morning. Laura Hustle Wilkes.
Good morning, Ian.
Who, when I was at my last show, and I've known Laura for 3 or 4 years, I called her Pam.
I don't know how you did that. There's about a foot height difference between them.
Craig Marsden, the man that is just on fire every day. Great to have him on the rally, Sarah.
Measuring the charges.
Yeah, diamond accreditation for chargers that actually put out the energy they claim to put out. So it's an accuracy thing.
It's always important
very
that you
good.
put out. Shane Rees, good to see you here. Craig Marsden, we've already mentioned. Phil Reeves, hello.
Trying to find Shane Rees. Oh, there he is.
Chris
Hello,
Demetriou. Well, isn't he just fabulous? Doing great things in Islington.
Phil Reeves. Sorry, I'm catching up.
Phil Reeves, yeah. New Year's honours are in the post.
Chris
Oh,
Demetriou.
no.
Woo.
If you could have an honour, would you take one? With all the things that are going on with
Yeah.
them, their royals, would you take it, Paul? What would you like to be? Princess?
Oh, I'd like to be a knight, obviously. I mean, come on.
Now,
Knight of the realm.
No, Knight of the loud microphone, probably.
Is it still loud?
loud.
Joe,
Make me
sort
laugh.
it out, Joe. Get me levels. Get me. Joe's busy in the background. He'll get.
And Sarah,
All is
what would you
booming.
be if you could get an honour in the honours list?
The honour of keeping everyone on an even keel. How about that?
So, would you be like a princess or a lady?
Oh, I hope
a
so. Yeah, if I had,
duchess?
yeah, I'll just get my crown.
Princess.
What about a dame?
No, that's. I nearly said you, but you might not be offended by that. I don't know. It was a natural reaction as opposed to an observation. But yeah.
You know what? I would take that all day. Dame John Curtis, that's in.
Well, we once
John
did
Fo-
do the EV Café webinar dressed as pantomime and dames and fancy dress and clowns, so it's not far
Love
off.
that.
So
Absolutely
Evie Bino has nailed it for me. OVE, Order of the Van, every time.
Very good.
Very well done.
Ron. John Fozzard, great to see you here, and great news about National EV Week. You're not kidding. We are going to make a difference. Warren Ryan Phillips. Warren, if you didn't hear, National EV Week with the EV Café and the 19 Group kicking off first week of December. You need to be involved, my friend. Who else we got? Anthony Cahill. Ha ha ha. Bye. I don't know why you're going, but anyway.
Bye.
Ben McDonald,
it's
Sonny
the
Lewisham.
driver thing again.
Oh, yes,
Where
that.
are you getting
David-
all these people from? I can't see them. Why can't
It is
David
10:17 and we haven't actually done any news, so can
David
we...
Watts, Lawrence Penny, Mark Smith. Oh my lord, Michael Barton, we've already said hello to. Right, okay, that's fabulous. Listen, thank you so much for being here. Help us make National EV Week a thing, a big thing, something that makes a difference. Right, let's move on. 17 minutes past 10. ZE Ports, a developer of mobility and energy algorithms alongside financing solutions for heavy-duty transport, has partnered with Spiri, a global provider of EV charging solutions, to deliver an end-to-end electrification solution tailored to the needs of heavy-duty fleets. Yada, yada, yada. So what? However, the partnership will help break down the barriers associated with the shift to electric fleets, including high upfront costs, infrastructure complexity, and operational challenges. The solution enables clients to electrify their operations without owning vehicles or infrastructure. ZE Ports covers the investment in electric trucks or buses selected by the clients, along with the necessary charging infrastructure and supplies, optimized renewable energy through a data-driven strategy tailored to each route. Sperry handles all the charging stuff and smart energy and real-time energy monitoring and pricing tools, and optimises grid usage. And the clients access the entire setup through a fixed monthly fee based on the kilometres driven, a model that reduces the total cost of ownership per kilometre compared to operating diesel fleets. Sarah, this is just brilliant because this is innovation right at the cutting edge. Love this.
Yeah, and actually it's got its roots deeply embedded in the financial services sector. This is about how can we remove barriers to adoption, and making price point not one of those things. So obviously there are still other ways, but with the clever teams behind the scenes, that load balancing piece, you might not need such a big grid connection, the amount of lorries, you choose, it's agnostic, so you can choose which chargers you want, you can choose which trucks you want, and it's a minimum of 150 trucks, I think. Paul might remember better than me, but yeah, so Seb's there, he'll answer any questions you've got on it, but this is a referral game. If you know anybody that said I can't do it, these guys will help you.
It's just phenomenal, Paul, isn't it? That no money down and you just pay as you go.
Yeah, I think, the ability to kind of access this sort of transport as a service, which is kind of what it is, isn't it? That is so important for companies moving forward, and also it's a business opportunity. Fleets can grow. Obviously they need to have that financial stability. There is a lot of money being involved here, but it is great to see these kinds of solutions kind of really making a difference toward electrification. I will just say that, what was it, Wednesday night or Tuesday night coming home, I arrived at the Chippenham Ionity only to find 2 trucks nose to nose.
Nice.
I'll get the picture up. Literally parked aside the chargers and kind of not blocking them up, but using the fact that they could get over there. And it was amazing to see. And then there was another 2 in a queue waiting. It was bonkers. But trucks are coming, people. That is a fact.
It's just wonderful. I love how you get so excited about these small incremental steps, and you never forget your first time seeing an electric car on the road, seeing an electric van, now 2 electric trucks in the same place charging. And this has all happened in a very, very short window. We're all making a difference. It's brilliant. Well done, everybody. Let's move on. 10:20. Oh, Paul, you've got a thing on that. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, they're Volvo. Are they Volvo trucks?
So one was a Volvo, so it was FSW, so the company that was
FSEW,
with FSEW that were on the rally. So there was those 2 charging. Drivers were brilliant, really, really good, and then there was a couple of others as well. It was quite amazing to see. There's the queue.
Wow. Well, they don't have any diesel trucks at all. They are entirely electric, and I think they've got one alternative fuel. Yeah, they've done it. They've been like, no.
That it is phenomenal, and that was the company. There you go, just to give them a bit of a shout out.
Well,
greener future. But anyway, go for it.
Good work. Now then, a new promise guaranteeing battery health of 90% or above in used electric vehicles has boosted UK dealers' confidence and appetite to buy the vehicles, with the trial scheme now being made permanent by Motability Operations. The company that runs the Motability scheme recently launched a pilot scheme through its remarketing platform MFL Direct, inviting dealers to independently test the battery health of any EV purchased, with the assurance that any vehicle falling short of the 90% threshold could be returned at no cost. And the trial saw dealer searches for EVs on the platform increase by 25%. Following the success of the trial, Motability has now made the battery health guarantee a permanent policy. And Paul, we see more and more battery health solutions coming to the market. We see Cox Automotive, BCA, excuse me, and systems like Avaloo taking the guesswork out of the how's the battery question. It's great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I often follow the auctions, particularly for me it's BCA, but Mannheim do a great job of this as well. And they have partnered now. So it is one, I'm pretty sure it's one solution behind all of this, which is the Avaloo. The Avaloo solution, and I've seen this live in action. It is an impressive piece of kit, and taking away that uncertainty allows buyers to move forward with confidence. And when you're looking at electric vehicles, if it's 4 or 5 years old, and we see them coming through the auction now, the Kangoo, the Nissan EMV 200, there is a number coming through, and we really need to address that confidence level within that sector. This goes a big way to address confidence in the battery at least, and then the rest of it almost is just business as usual.
And Sarah, you rightly point out Black Horse Finance on the EV Rally were very aware of this need.
Yeah, it was their number one thing, because of course their leased vehicles have come back and now they'd like to sell the asset on as a second-hand vehicle. And the consumer feedback was, okay, but looks great, what about the battery? So offering these assurances at a high number, so 90% sounds really high, so everybody's happy with that. And it just takes away that pain point. Paul, you said it really well. It's exactly the case. Consumers have worries and we need to tease out those worries and mitigate them.
Mark makes the point here that some OEMs already warranty the batteries, so should be clear. So let's just be clear on that. True. All OEMs warranty the batteries up to 8 years or 100,000 or 60,000. I think there's a minimum amount of miles that they do. But there's still a variance down to as little as 70% in terms of that guarantee. So they guarantee it'll be better than 70%. So that's a big chunk difference, 30%. If that was a risk. But what we're seeing across the piece is that degradation is nothing like what people are expecting. And if it is close to 70%, there's probably a problem. So, it just gives you confidence that the battery, because people are afraid of a 20 grand bill when it comes to replacing the battery, which wouldn't happen, but people are afraid of that, and this is about giving confidence.
Yeah, let's extend that just slightly with our final story at 10:24. There's been a significant increase in the number of second-hand electric vehicles being leased by business contract hire and salary sacrifice.
Yeah.
Leasing companies reported, get this, a 7,000% year-on-year increase in salary sacrifice leases for used vehicles. Now, what that actually means is 3,990 cars were sold in a 3-month period to June. So it ain't,
which is a lot.
The world going, yeah, it's a huge change, but still a relatively small number of vehicles.
Yeah.
What the point is, I think, of this is that we've got big leasing companies who have massive departments able to look at the RVs and the value, the residual value of a vehicle during and at the end of its contract. And they are saying, we're quite happy to put used vehicles onto our fleet. And they know that if they weren't sure about the battery state of health, they're taking a big risk. So they are telling us it's all okay. The software is telling us it's all okay. And experience is telling us that used electric vehicles are a real steal. Is that true in vans, Paul?
There's some incredibly good value for used vans. I mean, the cost disparity at the beginning, certainly in terms of the list prices, is still sort of 10-ish grand, something like that. I mean, it's a very big generalisation across a wide range of vehicles. But so you would think, but the transactional cost is much, much closer. So the transaction cost between diesel and electric is already very similar for many fleets, and in some cases could even be less. But the used value of an electric van versus a diesel vans are annoyingly in high demand. Electric vans are they're being bought at a reasonable price, but they're about the same as a diesel van of similar age, and the mileage is usually less. So we're definitely seeing that. But let's not get away from the fact that the reason that a lot of the lease cos have gone down this route is because the residual value has been so volatile. And we're just, what they're doing is helping build a stable future. Big shout out to the BVRLA who launched a used EV week this week and have been engaging with government and a lot of other areas across industry to really shout things out. So that's been good.
And Sarah, you mentioned that used vehicles were on the EV rally in Wales. Presumably they just ran out of charge and were left at the side of the road.
Yeah, they caught fire. It was horrendous. No, it's exactly the same. And I just put a comment about my own experience. My poor car has done 60,000 miles. I've been paying a lot for it each month. It will go back soon to get sold to someone else. And I think that's crazy because I'd buy it. If that was on the market today, I'd buy that vehicle because the price they'll sell it for, I would pay. So I just think that's a bit of a crazy situation. Buy ourselves out of our own leases might be fun.
Absolutely. We've got a couple of late joiners, Ray Moore and Mike Seymour. Bless you for
Mike
joining.
Seymour, so
10:26.
And Ben Mohid. Ben's late as well. Yeah, let's call out the late joiners. But at least they joined.
Do you know what? It's brilliant that you do this because I've got to be honest, if I was 3 minutes away from the end of something, I'd be like...
Nah.
What's the
forget
point?
it. I'll just go and do 3 minutes of work. But you are here, and that really makes a difference. It makes us smile. You make my weekend, definitely. We hope that we had a little bit of something to your Friday. Now then, if you've got any clean transport, PR or news stories that you'd like us to cover, please send them to us at hello@evcafe.org. Don't forget, National EV Week. The 1st to the 5th of December.
Get in touch.
2025. Shout us. Come together.
Get in touch.
Let's get in touch, Paul says. That is a subliminal message.
Get in touch.
Terrifying.
Get in
Terrifying.
touch.
Terrifying.
Until next Friday, it's goodbye from me and it's goodbye from them. This has been an EV Café production. Other sustainability news services are available. But this is just fodder! The EV Cafe is truly blessed to be partnered with the AA, Webfleet, Europcar, Iveco, Schneider Electric, EV Blocks, AW Energy, CPD Bodies, and Mike Seymour's True Charge. We are the EV Cafe, supporting the transition to clean transport with National EV Week, and the news is supported by Drax Electric Vehicles. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend wherever it takes you. Until next Friday. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
so much fun.
There we
So
go.
much.